What's up, guys? In this video I'll be showcasing my diesel heater, which is behind me. It's mounted on the roof of my car, so I'm gonna walk you guys through what I have going on, how I set it up. I might not even be able to open it. Alright, pop the box open, keeping all the diesel inside, hopefully. 5.5 liter diesel tank here. It's about 3/4 full. This is a 2 kilowatt Vevor heater. This is the intake for air. This is the outtake for hot air. And this is a test plug just so nothing gets inside. It can be removed. These two cords, this is for the LCD screen and this is the power, both coming from the wire harness that is included. This is the fuel pump, and down a little bit lower is the fuel filter. Everything is contained within the box, and I rarely open it up. This is just to show you guys, because you're able to fill the tank from outside. Click everything. Let's go around to this backside. This is the air intake for the combustion of the diesel, and this is the muffler. Looking underneath, you can see that I did have to route the fuel line exterior, and I might actually need to heat this because it could be frozen. This is the window insert that I made, and I would have to say that I want to make another one, but for now this works. This is plexiglass. I put some clear silicone in between these two layers, and this rests upon the bottom of my window. It's long enough where it can slot in on either side. And then I have this 3-inch ducting, and this is what it looks like. So these are just quick release things. You squeeze these and you can slide it on and off. It's a flexible dryer vent hose, so it can handle temps up to some crazy amount. I think it's like 750 degrees. And I run this on low because my car does not need the full output. So it's well within the temperature range. And I will not be starting this up now. I'm gonna wait a few hours, but I wanted to film this section while I had some sunlight left. If you have any questions about the setup, I'm sure I'll be posting a more in-depth video with not only how I built it, the supplies with product links, and recommendations for pretty much anything that goes along with building this diesel heater. So once this is set up and I'm at a location, I don't need to exit my car to start this, with the only caveat being the frozen fuel line down here. But hopefully that can be resolved with a hand warmer, which I have like 4 in my pocket today. The wind chill on the mountain was about -30, so not ideal, but I will catch you guys when I turn it on. I just went ahead and put a super warmer, just like a large hand warmer that I was using today. Still has some life left in it, just over the fuel line. This is a cord that I usually just keep coiled up here because I don't use this too often, only on cold nights. But I'm gonna go plug this into my Jackery. I have a Jackery 240. And tonight, I only plan on using it for a few hours right before I go to bed. This is the LCD screen. Just plugs right into this. And I am going to do it on like the level setting, 1 through 10, not the temperature setting, and I'm going to do it on the lowest setting. My Jackery has like an operating temp of 10 degrees Fahrenheit, so having the heater to warm up the area to heat the Jackery that powers the heater, it all just revolves around me warming my car up first. That's why I got the diesel heater, what I use it for. If I had like a full camping setup and was able to go to like -20 without the heater, why get the heater? It is way more efficient to heat my car and cheaper and better for the environment to be running diesel rather than running my car just for heat alone. If I do want to spend time in my car, say to edit, or just want to have an off day and don't want to go to a mountain or to a coffee shop, lodge, restaurant to get warmth, I can have it in my car without idling. Also, for nights where it drops below -20, that's the temperature where I would kind of warrant me getting a hotel room. So if it was that cold, I wouldn't trust my gear to keep me warm at night, and I wouldn't even trust my car to start to keep me warm. So I kind of took the cost of the heater, which I would say is around $350 with all the attachments, plexiglass, hardware, waterproof connectors, everything that came down to make this heater work. And that probably comes out to 2, maybe 3 nights at a hotel. So just that alone would pay for the heater. That doesn't even take into account the time that I like spending in my car while I have some heat. All right, so now that my car is off, this will be sustained from the Jackery, and the Jackery will not go below 10 degrees because the heater is on. I'll be using it for about 3 to 4 hours before I go to bed. In terms of my -20 sleeping bag, I have 2 sleeping bag liners, one for extreme cold weather and one that I'll probably be using tonight. I have layers that I wear on my top and my bottom, just base layers, as well as wool socks and this wool hat. And I'm sure I will be hot tonight. It's about 12 degrees now. It's going to drop to 3 degrees, I believe. I will still have the windows open for when I sleep. Condensation will build up otherwise. It's storming tonight. I would use my sunroof. But when it is storming or super windy and blowing a lot of light snow around, it tends to just dump the snow in right on my face while I'm sleeping. So I don't like that. That is about it for this video. If you guys want to see any more content with the diesel heater, if you have any questions, or if you want, say, an in-depth review or installation instructions, please let me know down in the comments. I do want to just say as a disclaimer, I don't necessarily feel comfortable providing complete instructions to people to follow exactly what I did. A diesel heater can be extremely dangerous if it's set up incorrectly, and I do not want to be responsible for the mistakes of others. That being said, build this at your own risk. Take ideas that I have and put them into your own setup, but I bear no responsibility. I just wanted to make that clear. To end on another note, I'm very excited that this thing is working. It took me about a week of testing to get everything right. I had to change the orientation of the muffler. I had to shift my racks over because my box is on one side and I needed the weight distribution to be slightly more even. So I am doing a road trip to the West Coast throughout, just to name a few of the first states that I'll be at, and the rest is kind of up to the weather. It's going to be Colorado, New Mexico, Utah. I am really excited for that. I hope you guys follow along. So please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this or follow me on my travels. And as always, keep sending.